Hey everyone, today is Wednesday, August 11th. The time right now is 12:30 p.m. and the temperature is 28 degrees Celsius. And I'm here at Eglinton Park in midtown Toronto. And for this one, I'll be hopping on my brand new Rize Fixie electric bike. And there it is over there. And this just arrived yesterday. I've actually just uploaded an unboxing video on my other channel, Johnny Stumbles. I'll put a link to that in the description if you wish to check it out. I did have one minor issue with the assembly, and I had to take it to a local bike shop just to get the front brake adjusted, but all seems to be well. So this is pretty much the maiden voyage. I'll talk a little bit about the bike once I'm on it and riding. And there you go, so let's get moving. I just turned on the onboard computer there. So I think for this one, I'll head downtown. As I noticed, Ken from the YouTube channel TheKenContinuum is live streaming right now. So providing his phone doesn't overheat, I will go try to crash his party. And I say that as his live stream started about an hour ago, but it just stopped due to the heat, but I think he fired it up again. I'm right now in just the first pedal assist mode. I think there's 5 modes in total on this bike. Now I'm in 2. So here is Eglinton Avenue West, so I'll see if I can just cross over to the other side here, and I'll take some side streets, eventually connecting to Yonge. I did order the optional thumb throttle, so what that means is rather than pedaling and relying on the pedal assist, I could just hold down the thumb throttle and ride purely on battery. But as you can tell, I haven't got around to installing that yet. And this bike uses a belt drive, so it doesn't use a traditional chain, and it doesn't have gears, hence the name Fixie, although that's a bit disingenuous as you can pedal backwards. It's really more of a single speed. There's the connector for the thumb throttle right there. So I think this street here is Collin Avenue. So it's just a few streets to the west of Yonge, running parallel to it. I am heading south. All right, now I'm in pedal assist number 4. And it looks like I have about 3/4 of a battery. The advertised range is 80 to 120 kilometers. But generally, those are under ideal conditions. So it assumes you're a lightweight rider and probably relying mostly on pedal power. So I'll be curious to see what the real world range is. And if you're not a fan of residential streets, don't worry, I'll be heading out to Yonge very soon, and I'll probably just take that straight downtown. I think Ken is streaming on Yonge right now. I've got my other phone in my pocket, so when I get a chance, I will pull that out and take a look where he is. But I gotta get closer to downtown first. Hopefully I can get there in time. When I got my new electric scooter, I did just that, although I didn't record that. I hopped on the e-scooter and I found my way into one of Ken's streams, and I posted a clip of that on my Johnny Stumbles channel, so if you want to see that, you'll find it there. There'll be a link to that in the description, along with the unboxing and partial assembly of this bike. I'm also curious to see how it tackles hills, as there are no gears. So here's Yonge. So let's ride down the newly installed bike lanes. And I'm currently in pedal assist number 4. So the top speed is 32 kilometers per hour. And I think that's a regulatory thing. In Canada, they can't go faster than that. And the motor is 350 watts. Trying to go gentle on the brakes, as you're not supposed to jam on new disc brakes, at least not for a while. I did mount a bottle cage onto the frame. It came with a bottle cage. It also came with a rather large headlight and a pretty neat tail light that's integrated into the rear seat. And I think in its final assembled form, it's around 34 pounds, so it's quite light. All right, here comes a hill test. Well, this one's a bit deceiving. It looks harder than it is. I usually fly up this on my single speed without having to stand up. But I've got it on maximum pedal assist. So let's see how easy this is. Oh, this is a piece of cake. I am barely moving my legs. And I'm by no means an expert on electric bikes. In fact, I'm quite far from it. I had my first electric scooter experience earlier this year when I purchased the tech trendy ES Commute scooter. Then last week, I had the chance to try out a new e-bike that's coming out from a Toronto-based company called Movin. That's the Union Fat Tire electric folding bike. And I knew almost right away after riding that thing that I wanted one. That bike's quite a bit different than this. It's got smaller tires, but they're fatter, and it's got a suspension, so it just eats these bumps in the road like nothing. My GoPro here is kind of hiding just how bad some of these roads are. It smooths it out using the built-in stabilization. But for live streaming, that'll be a bit of an issue. As I just use a phone and it'll be bouncing around quite a bit. So I'm thinking that other e-bike will be much better suited for live streaming than this one. I'm also noticing the brakes are a bit too horizontal. I want to angle these down to be a bit more natural. So my initial impressions are it's pretty much what I expected. It looks great. It comes in a number of different colors. I am 5'11", or 180 centimeters, and the frame is a bit on the small side. I can't recall having a bike frame this small. So all it takes is one little pedal here, and then the motor kicks in. It gives you a nice push. Kind of makes you feel superhuman. So this is South on Yonge. That was Yonge and St. Clair I just went through. As far as doing a formal review of the Ebike, I'd like to have a bit more experience with it and see how it holds up. I also want to see if that brake rub issue comes back. And perhaps I'll compare it to the Move-In Ebike, which I hope to get later this month. And maybe even do a e-bike versus e-scooter video. I don't know if I'll put those on this channel or my other one. Let's see if Ken is still streaming right now. It appears that he is. I have no idea where he is. I think he's well south of here on Yonge. Oh man, you just fly down these hills with no effort. I just hit 33 kilometers per hour, and so it will go over the limit, of course, when you're going downhill. That can be a bit scary on the e-scooter with the smaller wheels. This is a hybrid style bike, so it's not too dissimilar from my KHS Urban Soul, which I got, I think, in 2014. I'll be curious if I ever take that bike out anymore. Now that I'll have this in my stable. Now, because it is an e-bike, there's a lot more cables and that sort of thing, so you will hear some rattling around and stuff when I hit the bumps. That was kind of the joy of owning a single speed, was the simplicity of it. It's very easy on maintenance. There's very little that could go wrong. That was kind of the appeal of this with the belt drive. It requires a lot less maintenance and upkeep than a traditional chain drive. Whoa, 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 come on. There's no need for that guy to inch out that far. He could see just as fine if he stayed behind the stop sign. I guess he's worried that no one will let him in if he doesn't do that. Still, it's not cool. Okay, let's see where Ken is. Hey, he appears to be pretty far south on Yonge. Maybe I can go catch him. I think I've kind of settled on just leaving this puppy on the maximum pedal assist. At least on a, whoa, this is nice. Good job setting that up. Not really sure I even need the thumb throttle with pedaling being so easy. This entire bike feels like a cheat code. And it doesn't really look like an e-bike, and that's one of the things that attracted me to it. That, and I like the idea of the belt drive. But it just doesn't feel as fun as the bike I rode last week, the Movement. I think maybe that was the fat tires and the suspension. That bike just had fun written all over it. It's also much more capable on trails. There's a number of gravel and dirt trails throughout the city and things like that. I'm not sure this is that well suited for those. It's really more of a city commute bike. Although with the quick release front wheel and seat, you don't really want to leave it locked up anywhere for too long. All right, here is Davenport Road. So maybe I'll shut up talking about the bike now. That's all I've been doing. Maybe I can find out where Ken is. He looks to be right at King and Yonge. The last time I crashed at Stream, it was quite perfect. I caught him right at Queen and Sherburne. He was just standing on the street corner and I kind of casually rolled into the shot. I don't think this one will be such a grand entrance. I seem to have dropped a bar on the battery. See, the bike path here is extremely rough to be kind. So even though you might not be able to see how rough it is in the video because the camera's smoothing it over, you can certainly hear it. Whoa. Everybody block the bike lane. That driver made eye contact with me and I just kind of waved them through. And I missed the light. No big deal. So if Ken just sticks to Yonge here, I should be able to catch him. Although I'm kind of tempted to go over to Bay or even Church and just bomb down. We'll be moving a little quicker on either of those streets. Just tiptoe through here, the scramble crossing. Technically, you should walk your bike through here, but no real harm done. Also, it gets you off the line away from the motorists, so I think it's kind of a win-win for everyone. I'm going 32 kilometers per hour. or 31, 30, 31, 32, and 30 seems to be where I'm living. I don't know why I said 30 at the end of that sequence. Seems to be some shade and cloud cover now, so that bodes well for Ken's phone not overheating. So here is Church in Wellesley. Sorry, Young in Wellesley. That was dumb. Oh well, the truck will be out of the way in a second anyways. I easily could have squeaked through on the left there. Oh well, better safe than sorry. So even on my regular single speed, this whole ride would be kind of a low effort affair so far, as Toronto's mostly downhill. Or downhill sloping towards the lake. Of course, it's uphill in the other direction. Here's Grosvenor. And I think the road might be a bit smoother once I get south of this. And the acceleration is so fast and smooth. All right, so here's Carlton to the east and College Street to the west. And that is College Park on the right. That is where I started my last e-bike ride on the move-in. I think this truck here is up to no good. Yeah, he's stopping. So here's Gerrard Street. So I'm pretty much riding at the max speed right now. Here's Gould. Ryerson University is just over to the left. That is a scramble crossing I went through. There's Dundas Square on the left and Eaton Center on the right. All right, so Ken, last time I checked, not too long ago, was at King and Young. I think he was on the left side of the street. Let's get a status update here. My phone always kills the stream and I have to reload it every time. Oh, I think Ken is just leaving. Oh no. I think Ken is over at Birksey Park ending his stream. Maybe I can still catch the legend himself. Oh well, it was an excuse to get out and take this bike for a spin and get some first impressions. Here is Queen Street. I'm determined to make this light. There's Richmond. And here's Adelaide, so Birksey Park. It's just off to the east of here. It's actually just south of here. But Victoria Street north of here is a one-way. I don't wish to turn right here. So it looks like I was just a few minutes too late to catch Ken. And here is Toronto Street. And Birksey Park is due south of here. Ken is probably recording an afternoon walk now. What are you doing, Toyota? What are you doing? There's Birksey Park. This here is Leader Lane. Maybe I can catch him taking a break. Oh, there he is. Spotted in the wild. Rocking a Batman shirt. Where's he going? All right, I'm gonna hop off the bike. I don't think I've ever seen you not carrying a plastic bag.
Found me.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to be on your scooter.
You made it to my video, but
Oh, you're recording.
I'm not crashing you on your live stream. We can keep walking. How's it going?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm kind of not a fan of backpacks, so I just carry the old bag. my pocket.
Every image I ever have seen of you has a plastic bag in your hand.
My phone died a second time, or it was overheated. So.
Oh,
But I made it to the dog fountain.
cool. I saw you at Birksea Park, but I was, I think, around Young and Gould. So I knew I was missing you because I saw goodbye in the chat.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was just talking, and all of a sudden my phone just notified me that it was overheating. So I just quickly went like, "Oh, my phone is overheating. Okay, thanks everyone. Goodbye." And I just blurted it out. That was that.
Well, there's Ken, everyone. We're gonna have to do a
Survived.
collaboration at some point. Here's
Where
the.
you heading?
I'm just making a video on the new Beast.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know what? When I saw your video of riding around on this, is this the same one
No.
as the other one?
That one was like a fat tire
Oh,
bike with like a big suspension so it could soak up bumps and stuff. This is more of like a pure city bike,
okay.
but it doesn't look like an electric bike.
No. But I really like that first one that you did, the fat tire one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'm getting that for sure.
Yeah.
And I just got this yesterday. I made an unboxing video, which is uploading. And then I thought I would come make a video today. And I saw you streaming. I'm like, there's a concept for a video. Let's go try to crash. But I'm all the way up in Midtown. I didn't even have like my gear set up.
Oh, sure.
So I had to like jump on this thing and set the level with my camera and everything. But
So this is just you're just testing this bike, basically?
no, I bought it.
You bought it? Wow, all right. The other one you were just testing?
Yeah, but I also am getting that.
Oh, wow. Where
That-
do you put all these things?
I've got a big balcony. That one I'm getting for the suspension, and like it's just a better all-purpose bike. I can live stream on that one because it'll like
Right.
this one. I don't know if I can really live stream on it. We'll find out. Maybe I'll do a stream tonight after I take her home.
Sharp looking, yeah.
Yeah.
But I actually had a thought of maybe getting one of those other ones, the first one you did, the fat tire.
You know what? When I get that, I could lend it to you if you want. I'll be getting it hopefully at the end of the month, and you could make a video
That'd be awesome.
and see. I could lend you one of these things.
Right, right. Yeah, I do have an old GoPro, but it would not be up to the task.
No, you want a modern action. I have a DJI Osmo Action I could probably lend you.
Oh, nice.
We could do a co-ride together like I did with CJ.
Yeah, I just watched that yesterday.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can take this thing back up to Midtown now.
All right.
It's kind of crazy whenever like it gives you, it assists you when you pedal.
Yeah.
So if you put in like no effort, it'll kick in so you feel like you're the Incredible Hulk.
Right.
I have a throttle too where I could just ride off I didn't install that yet. Yeah, I'm kind of pleased.
And how much was this one?
I didn't get mention that in my video. It was $15.99 plus 20 for the throttle, all in $18.29.
Cool.
Plus
And-
20 for a local bike shop to fix it.
And did you say the other one, the fat tire one, was like 12?
$15.99 as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I could only pick one, I'm leaning towards the other one, but
Nice.
all right.
Yeah, I think I prefer the fat tire one. I mean, obviously I haven't ridden either of them, so, you know.
This one looks a bit too hipster for you.
I don't know. I just like that. It just seems like it can go over anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a tank or something. You know?
Yeah, and this one doesn't have a chain, if you'll notice.
Oh, right.
It's a belt
Oh, that's cool.
or gears.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna head off, but let's do a live stream together. We could each,
Yeah, I'm down for that.
one of us could stream, we could have an overlap
Right.
and then a handoff,
Yeah, okay.
and
Sounds
then we could do another video. Maybe instead of doing the same video, one of us could do one and like a part 1 and a part 2. Last time we just did the same video
Probably
twice.
better than the way we did it before. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna take advantage of this green, but good to see you.
Okay. See you too.
All right, everyone, there is the fantabulous TheKenContinuum.
Thank you very much, Mr. Strides.
Look at him go! Look at him go! The miraculous Mr. Strides. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is try to head back up to Midtown. That was neat. I ran into Ken, and he reminded me to talk about the pricing of this bike. There are no left turns here. but I'm just gonna pedestrian cross here, and I'll blast over to Bay. Or actually, maybe I'll take a combination of Bay and University up. So this is the financial district, and I'm heading west on King Street. These tires seem to handle the streetcar tracks with ease, although you still want to be careful and cut them at an angle. Oh, that looks very much like the next e-bike I'm going to get. So this is Adelaide Street coming up. I can jellyfish my way up through a few of these cars. This Lincoln here is turning right. All right, maybe I'll just stick to Bay. I think I've taken University in a few recent videos. Hopefully this GoPro battery holds up. I'm not sure how long this will be. I do have a spare battery on me, so I can't swap it if shit hits the fan and it dies. But I'm gonna let any right turning cars squeeze through. Not the best spot to be in for views, but have a good one. But because I did that, I just got a thank you from that taxi rider or driver. Well, technically is riding in a taxi. Had I have just sat on the right and waited, I would have been blocking him. So that's Old City Hall straight ahead, if you can see past this Ford Transit Connect van. Oh, it's only 1:12. The day is young. We were supposed to get thunderstorms at some point, but they didn't come, at least not yet. I was also not planning on having this bike today. I thought the shop would need it for a few days. So this video came together quite quick. I just picked up the video, I rolled out of bed because they called me to say it was ready. I went and picked it up. And then I saw that Ken was streaming. I was like, hey, here's a video idea. So this is all working out quite well. Here is Bay and Dundas. So I'm now heading north. Back up to Midtown. And why is this guy going the wrong way? I need to channel my inner Zero Enigma. And to test the hill climbing performance, I'm going to go up Avenue Road. The first ride I took on my electric scooter, I tested that hill. And slowly but surely, that thing made it up. There's College Street. Got 7 seconds to make the light here. But I will not make Grenville.
That's like cat, but you're aware.
Here's Grosvenor again. Don't turn, don't turn. What an idiot. How do you start moving through an intersection if you're not even sure it's clear? So many times you see that a car will tail the car in front of it, just treating it like a lead blocker in football, clearing the path out. All right, is this Toyota turning right? Sweet. There's an e-bike, or sorry, an e-scooter. That was the Segway 9bot Max. It's a popular high-range scooter. It's a bit on the heavy side. And here is St. Joseph Street. There's definitely an invasion of electrified two-wheel devices in the city. Oh, I'm only in speed assist. Oh, I was on 5. That took me a bit more effort to get off the line than I was anticipating. Here's Charles. So the next major street to the north will be Bloor Street. I'm going to continue north on Bloor until it comes to an end and turns into Davenport, and I'll make a left, then I'll make a right on Avenue. So I have a bit of a thought to do a live stream tonight. We'll see if the storms stay away. What are you doing? Oh, you got your park anywhere lights on. Just throw those 4 hazard lights on and treat yourself to a parking spot anywhere in the city you want. So this is Yorkville right now, and Bay is coming to an end here. And I want to turn left. Let's see where these cycling hashes lead me. They lead me. I should have got over into the left turn lane. Oops. There's no one coming up behind me. I'm just going to cross at the pedestrian signal here. It's not the best configured intersection from a cyclist point of view if you're looking to make a left. Hopefully this GoPro battery holds out while I'm doing the hill climb. It would kind of suck if it died mid-hill. Because I think we're approaching the 1 hour mark pretty soon. I'm not sure this battery can take it in this heat recording at 4K 60 for that long. There's no one behind me. There's no right turns at red. So this is an otherwise safe maneuver. I just heard a bit of brake rub there on the wheel. I guess a little bit is to be expected. I didn't really notice that earlier. And the long wait is over. So there's another really big hill on Brimley up from the bluffs. I think that's the hardest one to tackle as a cyclist in the city. The one that's very close to me is the one just south of York Mills up Yonge through Hogs Hollow. So I think it might be an interesting experiment to take this thing there and do a hill climb video. That sounds like something I would do on my other channel. I don't know how to turn that front headlight on. The rear one just has a button you press. I also don't know if there's an app. My e-scooter has an app. I can enable and disable various features. Oh well, more things to figure out. I was really just so eager to jump on this thing, I didn't bother to give it a proper go-over. Other than making sure it was safely assembled. And as I am turning right, I'll let that Volkswagen have the right of way, which is rightfully theirs. Oop, I just went a little heavy on the right brake there. All right, now it's north on Avenue Road. Just look down, my battery is still blinking, or my camera is still going. So in a few blocks to the north of here, there'll be a big hill that leads up to St. Clair. So far, this bike has been ridden a grand total of 16.8 kilometers. All right, I'll concede at this yellow light. There's the hill. I'm not sure what the gradient is, but when I'm on my single speed, it's a pain in the ass. Looking forward to doing this thing sitting on my butt, pedaling gingerly. I'm on the maximum pedal assist. And the uphill has commenced. Okay, so there's a bit of pedaling resistance, not much. Now I'm feeling it a bit more. I'm still comfortably seated. I'm going 22 kilometers per hour. This is Balmoral. So that climb was pretty much nothing. Now, can I get back to Eglinton Park? Oh, the GoPro is still alive. If this is your first time tuning into this channel, normally I'll talk about what's going on around me and the city, not so much focused on the bike or technical aspects. This is a new bike, first time riding it, so it seemed appropriate. straight here. So I'll just hang to the left to allow any cars to make a right-hand turn. And what's interesting is this lane is right-hand turn only, but oop. And we're back. My battery finally gave up the ghost there, so I just swapped in a replacement. And I realized I no longer have my sunglasses with me. I don't know where they went. I think I took them off to set up my camera at the start of the ride, maybe? I really don't know. They're just $15 ones from AliExpress. Probably not worth the effort of trying to locate wherever I may have put them down. That's the second pair of sunglasses these cycling videos have claimed, or rather, my own neglect and stupidity has claimed. Let's be real, that was the cause. So this is Avenue Road, but Avenue Road takes a break here at Upper Canada College. Now I'll briefly turn onto Lonsdale. And then this turns into Oriole. So I'm heading north. What I'm going to do is loop around right back to where I started at Eglinton Park. That's pretty close to where I live anyway, so it seems like a fitting place to end the ride. Here is Gormley Avenue. And this is Kilberry. So with these e-bikes, I'll be able to get out and do some longer adventures. Not that I couldn't on the single speed, it's just I'd rather not kill myself in the process. There's Chaplin Crescent. No, I'm going to turn left here. And take this over to Avenue. Then I'll go north up Avenue to Roselawn, and I can take that to Eglinton Park. I'll have a fun time editing the map before this video. Trying to remember the road I took. And my battery is, I think, around 25%. I don't know if that's exactly how much there is. There's just a couple of bars showing. It is the first time it's really been used, and it is quite a hot day. I'll be sure to let it cool down for quite a while before I plug it back in to charge it. This is a weird feeling, no hands on an e-bike. I think the battery on this is kind of partially user replaceable. You'll have to unscrew it from the mount. All right, here's Eglinton. I should be able to make this light. 6, or I said that, and I lied. So there's the new Avenue Crosstown LRT station going in. Coming not soon to a street near you. It's one of the world's longest running construction projects, and if it's not, it's got to be up there. You can sit next to Union Station in the Toronto Construction Hall of Fame. Now in this heat, just a slight uphill climb like this after a long ride would pretty much kill me on the single speed. I'd find myself hating life right around now. Earlier in a ride it would be no big deal, but once you get a bit burnt in the legs, it can suck. Even though these handlebars are pretty narrow, I might look into getting bar ends. I just find myself in a very aggressive position, and it's putting a lot of strain and pressure on my wrists. So at least if I got bar ends, I could change up my grip. So I won't just be fatiguing the same parts of my muscles over and over again. Here's Roselawn. This will take us right down to Eglinton Park. This would be a good uphill climb to test out on the bike too. And this street is not well maintained at all, as you can probably hear. I came down here on my e-scooter, and with its tiny little wheels, it was the first time I genuinely felt not safe on that. It's amazing the state of disrepair the city lets some of these roads get into. I have a friend who lives on that street there. I just glanced to see if he was outside, but didn't spot him. And I'm going 40 kilometers per hour right now as I get ready to turn into the park and finish right where I started. And there we go. The first ride on the Rize 2021 Fixie electric bike. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below if you like this video. If you have any suggestions for future videos. If you wish to support the channel, you can check out a link to my Patreon and Instagram in the description. Also, YouTube channel membership is available. I'm just gonna ride into a more shaded spot. There we go. I'll put a link to this bike in the description, as well as the other e-bike I was talking about that I'm also going to be getting. Anywho, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.